Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. After our visit to Age of Innovation earlier today, it's now time to start official baseball testing. We've got a matchup of APBA Baseball ready to start testing with. It's a little bit later than I was expecting it to be today, but we're going to go ahead with this test of APBA Baseball. So I've got a 2004 matchup lined up tonight, so let's go meet our starting pitchers and set up the matchup. Tonight we've got the Houston Astros coming to town, and Roger Clemens is going to be our starting pitcher tonight. Doesn't have his stats on. Actually, it does have his stats on here. He had 218 strikeouts on a 2.98 ERA for the Astros in 2004. So, now that we're all set there, let's go meet our home pitcher. In this video, it's going to be June 30th, 2004, and the Astros were visiting the Chicago Cubs, where Matt Clement is our starting pitcher. So we're in the friendly confines of Wrigley Field tonight. With that very quick intro, let's move over to the main game area and set everything up there. Just checking everything out here at the shot. Everything looks good. We've got the Astros, the total fielding of 39, Cubs, the total fielding of 38. That'll put both teams in fielding 2. So I think we're all set here. What say we drop down to the mound at Wrigley Field and play ball? Just going to grab something I can write on here. That'll do. Starting lineup for the Astros, since they're the visiting team, I'll bring that over. We've got Craig Biggio in the left field, Adam Everett at shortstop, Carlos Beltran in center field, Lance Berkman's in right field, Jeff Bagwell's at first base, Jose Vizcaino is at second base, Morgan Ensberg's at third base, Brad Ausmus is catching, and of course Roger Clemens is our starting pitcher. We're heading into the top of the first here as the Astros are coming to the plate. First batter will be Craig Biggio. He had a .281 batting average, 24 homers, and 63 RBI in 2004. Clement waits for the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. A 12 is going to be a 25 with a fielding 2. That's going to be grounded over to second. Waiting for that will be Walker. He'll move that over to Derek Lee at first base, and that'll be a nice, easy 4-3 putout. Where's my pen? Here we are. And with that, we are underway here at Wrigley Field. Next batter is Adam Everett, .273 average, 8 homers, 31 RBI in 2004. Clement waits for the sign, and here's the pitch. 41 is a 28. 28 is going to be grounded to short. Waiting for that will be Martinez, who'll move that over to Lee, and that'll be 2 outs in the inning. Next batter will be the center fielder, Carlos Beltran. 38 homers, 104 RBI in 2004. Clement waiting for the sign, and here's the pitch. 65 is a 35. That's going to get skied up over directly up the chimney, right behind the plate. Getting back behind that will be Barrett. He'll get under that, and it'll fall into his glove nice and easy. And 1, 2, 3 will go the Astros in the top of the first. We'll take our first look at the Cubs starting lineup. Tonight for the Cubs at Wrigley, we have Todd Walker at second base, Michael Barrett's catching, Sammy Sosa's in right field, Moises Alou is in left, Aramis Ramirez at third base, Derek Lee is at first, Corey Patterson in center field, Ramon Martinez at shortstop, and Matt Clement the starting pitcher. Roger Clemens is charged with keeping that lineup in check. First up, we've got Todd Walker, the second baseman, stepping into the batter's box. .274 average, 15 homers, and 50 RBI in 2004. Clemens looks in Ausmus for the sign, and here's the pitch. 14 is a 30. That's going to get skied to left field. Actually, okay, he's not a K pitcher. So that'll get skied to left field. Getting under that will be Biggio. He'll make the play for out number 1. Next batter in the inning is Michael Barrett. He had a .287 average, 16 homers, and 65 RBI in 2004. Clemens looks in at Ausmus for the sign, and here's the pitch. 23 is a 29. That's going to get grounded to first, where Bagwell will wait for that. He'll take it to the bag himself, and there'll be 2 outs in the inning. Next up, we've got Slammin' Sammy Sosa coming to the plate. 35 homers, 80 RBI in 2004. He looks in at Clemens, who gets the sign from Ausmus, and here's the pitch. 65 is a 35. That's going to get skied right behind the plate again. Ausmus will throw his mask away, get under that one, and it'll fall into his glove for a nice quick 1-2-3 inning for both teams. After 1, we've got no score. Top of the second coming up, where now we've got the Heart of Houston's order due up next. Leading off the top of the second for the Astros, we've got Lance Berkman, the right fielder, the cleanup hitter. 30 homers, 106 RBI in 2004 on a .316 average. Clement waits for the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. An 11. Uh-oh, that's a 0. Berkman's going to probably get something good here. 34 is going to be a 6 against a grade C pitcher. That's going to be a double. Berkman's going to find himself at second base with a leadoff double to start the second inning. Next up, we've got Jeff Bagwell, 27 homers, 89 RBI, and a .266 average back in 2004. So that's the first Houston hit of the day. Clement waits for the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. Change your charts. 64 is a 14. That can't be good. Yep, that'll be a walk. Clement will give up his first free pass of the day. Not something you want to see here. So Bagwell will find himself at first. The Astros have definitely got something cooking with nobody out. As Jose Vizcaino steps into the batter's box. 3 homers, 33 RBI, and a .274 average in 2004. Infield will play at double play depth. Clement waits for the sign from Barrett on the pitch. An 11, that's not settling it down. That's another 0. So Vizcaino gets a 13. That's a 6 against a grade C pitcher. That's going to be a double to left center field. Both runs will come in to score. And Vizcaino is going to end up at second with a double. And it'll be 2-0 Houston. Stadium groans. Ugh. As Vizcaino finds himself at second with a double. He was the 6 hitter, I believe. Normally I'm tracking that a lot better. Morgan Ensberg is the batter now, once I remember to change my charts. Ensberg had 10 homers and 66 RBI on a .275 average in 2004. Still nobody out. Infield was played back. Clement waits for the sign and the pitch. 65 is a 35. That's going to get skied to, he's not a W pitcher, so that's going to get skied on the foul side to third base. Waiting for that will be Aramis Ramirez. He'll get under that, and that'll be the first out of the inning, which the Cubs needed badly. Next up will be the catcher, Brad Ausmus. .248 average, 5 homers, 31 RBI in 2004. Clement waits for the sign from Barrett on the pitch. That's a 13. That'll be a 36. And that'll be a wild pitch. Clement will uncork a wild one. Vizcaino will move over to third. And we'll try it again, changing our charts. Clement getting an out, but now he's having some command issues against Ausmus. Here's the pitch. 42 is a 13. That'll be a much-needed strikeout. Clement will put the slider right on the outside corner for strike 3. 2 away. That'll bring Roger Clemens up to the plate. No batting stats for Clemens, so let's see what happens here. We still got this guy in over at third. Clement waits for the sign on the pitch. 66. Uh-oh, that's a 0 for Clemens. A 22 is going to be a 6 against a grade C pitcher. And that's going to be, boom, that ball is high. That ball is deep to left center field. Turning around to watch that will be HOU and Corey Patterson, who will just get it out. Roger Clemens, of all people, with a 2-run homer. And that'll put the Astros up 4-0 and clear the bases. Stadium barfs. Blech. They are not happy at all that Clement gave up a 2-run homer to his counterpart. And we're already going to have some activity in the Chicago bullpen. Actually, yeah, we're going to get some activity in the Chicago bullpen already. Clement getting shelled here in the bottom. Actually, they're going to let him stay out there, but they are not. They're probably going to put Clement on a short leash today. Biggio back up next. He's 0 for 1. So here's the pitch to Biggio after Clement gives up a 2-run bomb to Clemens. Here's the pitch. 65 is a 35. Change your charts. 35, that's going to get skied up, straight up the chimney. Getting under that once again will be Barrett. He'll pull it in, and that will retire the side. 4 runs on 3 hits and a 2-run homer by Roger Clemens, of all people. And it's now 4-0 Houston as we move into the bottom of the second. Leading off the bottom of the second for the Cubs is Sammy Sosa. Actually, no, he was the last hitter in the inning. Leading off will be Moises Alou. There we go. 293 average, 39 homers, 106 RBI in 2004. Clemens waits for the sign and the pitch. A 61 is a 32. Clemens is a grade B pitcher. Actually, a 61 we established is a 61's a 32. That'll be fielding 2. That's going to get skied to right field. Getting under that will be Berkman. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Next up in the batter's box is Aramis Ramirez. 318 average, 36 homers, 103 RBI. Clemens waits for the sign from Osmus and the pitch. 61 is a 24. That's going to be grounded to short. Getting over there will be Everett. He'll move it over to Bagwell at first, and that will be the second out of the inning. 6-3 on the putout. As next up will be Derek Lee. 32 homers, 98 RBI, and a 278 average in 2004. Clemens with a 4-0 lead, helping his own cause. He gets the sign from Osmus, and here's the pitch. 62 is a 13. Clemens is going to blow the heat by Lee for strike 3. That'll be a called third strike. And the Cubs will go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. After 2, it is now 4-0 Houston. Getting ready for the top of the third as the middle of Houston, as the heart of Houston's order. Actually, the 2, 3, 4 due up next for Houston. Leading off the top of the third for the Astros is Adam Everett. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Clement waits for the sign and the pitch. 51 is a 9 against a grade C pitcher, a 9. That's going to get skied to the third base side. Waiting for that will be Ramirez. He'll pull it in for out number 1. So P5. Beltran is the next batter. He's 0 for 1 today. Clement waits for the sign and the pitch. 41 is a 28. That's going to be grounded to short. Getting over to that will be Martinez. He'll flip it over to Lee at first for the second out. Next up is Berkman. Berkman is 1 for 1. He had a double back in the second. Wait for the sign and the pitch. 33. Uh-oh. That's a 0 for Berkman. Berkman's probably going to get something out of this. That's a 34, which on the second column is going to be a 6 against a grade B pitcher, or against a grade C pitcher. Berkman's going to end up with another double. So Berkman's going to end up at second base with another double. As Bagwell steps into the batter's box next, he reached on a walk back in the second. Clement is down 4-0 all of a sudden and finds himself in another jam. Waits for the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. A 43 is a 12. That's going to be a... Clement's going to get a curveball past Bagwell as Bagwell takes a bad swing at it, trying to do too much with it, and that'll be the inning. Nothing across except the double as we head into the bottom of the third, as Berkman gets stranded at second. Bottom of the third, Clemens with a 4-0 lead to work with. Corey Patterson will be the batter for the first time today. He had a .266 average, 24 homers, and 72 RBI back in 2004. Clemens waits for the sign from Austin in the pitch. 64 is a 13. Clemens is going to put a splitter where Patterson can't find that, and Patterson will swing at it. That'll be the first out of the inning. Next batter is Ramon Martinez, .246 average, 3 homers, 30 RBI in 2004. Clemens looks to be on cruise control right now. Here's the pitch. 44 is an 8 against a grade B pitcher. An 8's going to be out at... Oh, change your charts, Phoenix. 8's going to get skied to center field. Getting under that will be Beltran. He'll make the catch, and that'll be out number 2. As now Matt Clement steps into the batter's box. Of course, no batting stats for Clement. Clemens waits for the sign from Austin, and here's the pitch. 56 is a 34. That's going to get popped out to short. Getting under that will be Everett, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 will go the Cubs in the bottom of the third. After 3, score remains 4-0 Houston. Top of the fourth, and now we've got the bottom half of Houston's order due up next. Leading off the top of the fourth for the Astros will be Jose Vizcaino. He had a double back in the second, so he's 1 for 1. Clement waits for the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. 53 is an 18 against a grade C pitcher. Actually, 18. That's gonna be grounded to short, where Martinez is going to try to field it, but he's going to make a bad throw on it. So Vizcaino will find himself on first base with the E6. Vizcaino is the 6 hitter, I think. Yes. Next up is Morgan Ensberg. He popped out his first time up. Clement waits for the sign from infield. Will move to double play depth. Clement gets the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. 66, that's a 0. That's going to be a problem. .45 on the second column is going to be a 6 against the grade C pitcher. That's going to be a double over first. So that's going to go into right field. As Sosa will have to come to that one. Runner will be at third. Vizcaino's not an F runner, so he'll hold at third. And then that's going to be, we said that was going to be a double. So Ensberg is the 7 hitter. So he's going to end up with a double. And now we are going to start getting activity in the Chicago bullpen as they're going to start Mike Wirtz warming up. Clement is getting shelled today by this Astros offense. That's a double for Ensberg. Brad Osmus steps into the batter's box next. He had a called strike 3 his first time up back in the second. Clement trying to settle down. Still nobody out here. This is not going Clement's way at all. Clement gets a sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. 62 is a 26. That'll be much needed. Batter safe at first on a fielder's... Wait, hold on. Change your charts, Phoenix. You should have runners at second and third. Here we go. Let's run that through again. So a 63 is a 62 actually is a 26. Which he's going to be safe at... Actually, catch C safe at first. So runners out at home. So Vizcaino will get thrown out at the plate. Right, so, okay. Vizcaino is going to get thrown out at the plate, and he'll reach on, that'll be grounded to second, where Walker will come to the plate with that. Barrett will get the runner there, so that'll be a 4-2 put out, and 1 away. So Vizcaino's out. Ensberg will make it to third. So Vizcaino is... Okay, so Osmus will reach as well. Vizcaino was the 6 hitter. Okay. All right, 1 away, and that'll bring Roger Clemens up to the... The infield's going to play in with runners at the corners. That'll bring Clemens up to the plate, who I looked up his card wrong. He actually shouldn't have had that home run back in the second inning, but I'm not going to retcon that now. So Clemens had a 2-run homer back in the second, helping out his own cause. Clement gets the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. That's a 61, which will be a 24. So once again... So C safe at first. So infield in. Clemens will be safe at first. Runners out at home. So Ensberg is going to get thrown out on another... That's going to be grounded to second again. So that'll be another 4-2 fielder's choice. That'll make 2 outs. And... runner out at home, other to second. Right, we were playing the infield in. So, yeah, I guess that does matter. I had made an erroneous comment on the infield depth not mattering. Clemens will end up safe on the fielder's choice, though. But there will be 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring Biggio up to the batter's box. Biggio is 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out and flown out. Clement trying to get out of trouble in the top of the 4th. So 4-0 Astros. Infield will play back. Clement waits for the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. 61 to 27 with runners at first and second. So 61 is a 27. That's going to be a double play, except it's going to be a ground ball over to... That's going to be a ground ball over to Ramirez at third. He'll take it to the bag himself and retire the side. So nothing across except... So an error and a double, but the Astros can't do anything with it. Still, score will remain 4-0 in favor of the Astros. Heading into the bottom of the 4th next, Roger Clemens is on cruise control, still with a 4-0 lead. First batter up will be Todd Walker. He struck out... Actually, no, he flew out his first time up. Clemens waits for the sign from Osmus, and here's the pitch. 34 is a 31. The bag's empty. 31. That's going to get skied to center field. Getting under that will be Beltran, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. Next up will be Mike Barrett, the catcher. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Clemens gets the sign from Osmus, and here comes the pitch. 26 is a 13. Clemens is going to blow the heat by Barrett, and he's going to strike out looking. That is the 3rd strikeout for Clemens today. Sosa steps into the batter's box next. Sosa is 0 for 1. He popped out his first time up. Clemens hoping to cruise through a nice easy 1-2-3 inning. Here's the pitch to Sosa. 24 is a 13. That's going to be another strikeout, as Sosa's going to go after a slider on the outside corner. And 1-2-3 will go the Cubs. 4 strikeouts for Clemens, and the score remains 4-0 Houston. Top of the 5th, as we've got 2-3-4 coming back up for the Astros. Top of the 5th, the leadoff batter for the Astros is Adam Everett. He's 0 for 2 today. Mike Wirtz is ready to come into the game anytime. So, here's the pitch from Clement. And he gets the sign from Barrett. 22. Oh, that's a 7 against a grade C pitcher. 7. That's going to be a base hit to right field. So Everett's going to reach on the base hit. I'll pull those back. And that'll bring Beltran into the batter's box. Infield will move to double play depth. Beltran today is 0 for 2. Clement waits for the sign from Barrett, and here comes the pitch. 45 is a 14. What's the star on there? I believe a star is... Clement is an ex-pitcher. Oh, that's a 2-out... No. I gotta see something, what happens. An asterisk, he's really used as a relief pitcher. That doesn't explain what the... star result is there. And of course it's not explained in here either. Reaches base. Okay, if an asterisk follows a red number and the batter reaches first or second safely, he steals a base on the next pitch. Okay. So 14 is actually going to be a base on balls, though, as runner to second, batter to first. So Everett's going to advance. Beltran will get on. As Berkman's going to come into the batter's box. He is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, and Chicago is not taking any chances with this one. They're hooking Clement now. So I'll compile stats here real quick for Clement. 4+. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, no hit by pitch. Oh, he did have a wild pitch. Yeah, Clement uncorked a wild one, so coming into pitch will be Mike Wirtz. 3.94 ERA, had 32 innings pitched, 30 strikeouts in 2004. The Cubs have seen enough of Clement, especially with Berkman coming up to the plate. Wirtz gets the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. Runners on first and second now, change the charts. 24 is a 13. That'll be a much-needed strikeout. Yep, Wirtz will blow some heat by Berkman, and Berkman will not reach for the first time. So Mike Wirtz. And that will bring Bagwell up to the batter's box. Bagwell is 0 for 1. He struck out and reached on a walk. Wirtz waits for the sign, and here's the pitch. 34 is a 31. That's going to be skied to center field. Getting under that will be Patterson, and that'll be 2 outs in the inning. And the batter now is Vizcaino. Vizcaino is 1 for 1. He had a double and reached on an error. Wirtz trying to get out of the inning. Waits for the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. 42 is a 13. That's going to be a strikeout on a curveball, as that'll just catch the outside corner. And after some trouble, which ended up getting Clement hooked, Wirtz sits the Astros down in order. And after 4.5, score remains 4-0 Houston. We'll clear the bags. Let's see. So Everett, Beltran, okay. Now that we've got that sorted out, bottom of the 5th, leading off for the Cubs will be Moises Alou. He's 0 for 1. He popped out his first. He flew out his first time up. Clemens waits for the sign from Ausmus in the pitch. 56 is a 34 with the bases empty. A 34 is going to get skied to short. Getting under that will be Everett, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Next up will be Ramirez. He grounded out his first time up. Clemens waits for the sign from Ausmus. He gets it. Here comes the pitch. 44 is a 7 against a grade B pitcher. That's going to be a base hit to right. So Ramirez will reach with a 1-out single, which will also break up the no-no that Clemens had going. Ramirez is the 5-hitter. Next up is Derek Lee. Derek Lee struck out his first time up. Infield will play at double play depth. Clemens gets the sign from Ausmus, and here's the pitch. 34 is a 31. That's going to get popped up to center field once again. Getting under that again will be Beltran. He'll make the catch for out number 2. The batter now will be Corey Patterson. He is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging back in the 3rd. Clemens hoping to get away from a 1-out single as he gets the sign from Ausmus, and here's the pitch. 62 is a 13. Once again, the splitter is going to work to perfection as Patterson is going to go chasing that, and that will retire the side. The Cubs had a 1-out single but couldn't do anything with it. And the 4 spot that the Astros put up in the 2nd remains our margin. Getting ready for the top of the 6th now. We've got the bottom of Houston's order due up next. Ensberg steps into the batter's box as Wirtz finishes up his warm-up tosses to lead off the top of the 6th. Ensberg is 1 for 2 with a double back in the 4th. Wirtz gets the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. 56 is a 13. That's going to be a much-needed strikeout, as Ensberg will end up looking at a fastball that catches the outside corner for 1 away. Ausmus is the batter next. He is 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded into a fielder's choice. Ausmus waits for the pitch, and here it comes from Wirtz. 21 is a 30 with the bases empty. 30. That's going to get popped up to left. That's going to get skied to left field. Getting under that will be Moises Alou. He'll make the catch, and that will be the 2nd out of the inning. Up next is Roger Clemens. Clemens is 1 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice and had a 2-run homer back in the 2nd. Wirtz waits for the sign from Barrett in the pitch. 65 is a 35. And that's going to get skied up the chimney once again for about the 3rd or 4th time this game. Getting under that will be Barrett. He'll make the catch. And 1, 2, 3 will go the Astros in the top of the 6th. Top of the 7th, or bottom of the 6th now coming up. First up, leading off will be Ramon Martinez. I'll flip the Astros batters over. Martinez is 0 for 1. He flew out back in the 3rd. Clemens waits for the sign from Ausmus in the pitch. 34 is a 31. That's going to get skied to center field. Beltran getting his legs under him very well. He's going to make the catch on that one for the 1st out of the inning. Next up will be Mike Wirtz, or will it? I think we're going to see a pinch hitter, actually, for Wirtz. I'll compile stats for him real quick. Let's see. So he pitched 2 innings, gave up nothing, struck out 3. So coming in, so we're going to get some activity in the Cubs bullpen as they're going to warm up. Let's see. The Astros have righty. The Astros have righty, righty, righty coming up. Do the Cubs have a bullpen, have a lefty in the bullpen? They do. They're going to get Mike Remlinger loose in the bullpen. He'll be the 3rd Cubs pitcher once he's ready to come in. But our next question is who's pinch hitting against Clemens? Wait, that should be in the... Wait, you guys should be in the pitcher pile. I gotta resort these. Hold on a second. There we go. Now that we got that figured out. Okay. Now that we got that sorted out, coming into pinch hit will be Nefi Perez. He had 4 homers and 39 RBI back in 2007, or 2004. Let's see, there should be 1 out in the inning, so I'll make a quick note of that. In the 6th. Clemens waits for the sign from Osmus after that, and here's the pitch. 21 is a 30 with the bags empty. That's going to get popped up. That's going to get flied to left field. Getting under that will be Biggio. He'll make the catch on that for the second out of the inning. Next up for the Cubs will be Todd Walker. He is 0 for 2. He's flown out. He's actually flown out twice. Clemens waits for the sign from Osmus and the pitch. 46 is a 29. And that's going to be grounded to first. Bagwell will take that to the bag himself. And 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs in the bottom of the 6th. Score remains 4-0 Houston. Clemens helped out his own cause, and Clemens is very much cruising through 6 innings of 1-hit ball. Getting ready for the top of the 7th as the top of Houston's orders do back up. Leading off the top of the 7th for the Astros is Craig Biggio. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and popped out. And coming into pitch will be Mike Remlinger. I compiled the stats for Wirtz already. Clement is still on the hook for the loss in this one, but the Cubs are gonna bring a lefty in to face the righties that are coming up at the top of Houston's order. Remlinger gets the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. A 34 is a 31. That's going to get skied to center field. Getting under that this time will be Patterson, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Everett steps into the batter's box next. He is 1 for 3. He reached on a single back in the 5th. Remlinger gets the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. 34 is a 31. See previous result. Once again, Patterson will run that one down in center field, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Stepping into the batter's box now is Beltran. Beltran is 0 for 2. He reached with a walk back in the 5th. Remlinger waits for the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. 14 is a 30. That's going to get skied to left. Getting under that will be a Lou, and that'll be a nice quick 1-2-3 inning for the Cubs, which they desperately needed. And we're at the 7th inning stretch. Once again, I will not torture you guys with my rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, but it's still 4-0 Houston. As Clemens comes on, finishes up his warm-up tosses. And speaking of Mike Barrett, he'll step into the batter's box. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out tonight. Clemens waits for the sign from Osmus, and here's the pitch. 62 is a 26. That's going to be grounded to second. Getting to that will be Vizcaino. He'll move it over to Bagwell at first. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Nice and easy. Up next for the Cubs is Sosa. Sosa is 0 for 2. He's grounded. He's popped out and struck out today. Clemens waits for the sign from Ausmus, and here's the pitch. 26 is a 13. Sosa will try to do way too much with the fastball, and it'll get blown by him for the second out of the inning. Next up is Moises Alou. He is 0 for 2 tonight. He's popped out twice. Clemens waits for the sign from Ausmus in the pitch. 62 is a 26. That's going to get grounded to second. Once again, Vizcaino will get to that easily. He'll take a couple steps to his right, pump once, and throw it over to Bagwell over at first. And that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 will go the Cubs in the 7th. And it is still 4-0 Houston as Clemens is pitching a gem, to put it mildly, tonight. We'll get ready for the top of the 8th now, where the middle of Houston's order is due up next. They're going to let Remlinger continue to go here in the top of the 8th. Leading off will be Berkman. Berkman is 2 for 3. He's got 2 doubles tonight. Remlinger waits for the sign from Baird, and here's the pitch. 66 is a 1. And boom! That ball is pretty high. That ball is pretty deep. And Sosa's going to turn around and watch that one go into the stands over right field, over the ivy. Home run Lance Berkman. He'll trot around the bases, and it will be 5-0 Houston. Stadium groans. Ugh. Next batter will be Jeff Bagwell. Bagwell is 0 for 2. He struck out and reached on a walk way back in the 2nd. Remlinger trying to settle down. Here's the pitch. 63 is a 13. That'll be a needed strikeout as Remlinger will put a cutter past Bagwell. And that will be the first out of the inning. Next up is the second baseman, Vizcaino. Vizcaino is 1 for 2 with a double and reached on an error. Remlinger will wait for the sign, and here's the pitch. A 15 is an 8 against a grade B pitcher, an 8. That's going to get flied to center field. Getting under that will be Patterson. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. Next up will be Ensberg. Ensberg is 1 for 3. He had a double and a strikeout. Remlinger waits for the sign, and here's the pitch. 44. Uh-oh. 44 is an 8. Against, we established a grade B pitcher. An 8. Actually, he's going to get away with one there because that's going to get the same result as the last pitch. That's going to get popped up to center field. Getting under that once again will be Patterson. And the Astros and the Cubs will duck further trouble after the solo bomb by Berkman to lead off the inning. It's now 5-0 Houston. As we head for the bottom of the 8th, Clemens is basically on cruise control at this point. Now that he's got a 5-0 lead in the middle of the Cubs' order due up. We've got Ramirez up, who has the lone hit so far against Clemens. Clemens can pitch to 5 more batters before he tires, but I think they're going to let him try to go the distance. Clemens waits for the sign and the pitch. 33 does not seem like it's going to be likely to let him go the distance. That's a 6. That'll be a double into right center field. Ramirez is now 2 for 3. We're going to get some activity in the Houston bullpen now as well, just in case Clemens loses control. We're going to get, who do they have coming up? Righty, lefty, righty. Do they have a lefty in the bullpen? They do. They're going to get Mike Gallo warming up in the Houston bullpen, as Clemens now faces Derek Lee with the runner at second. Lee, though, is 0 for 2. He struck out and flown out. Clemens waits for the sign from Ausmus in the pitch. 34 is a 31. 31 with a runner on second. That's going to get skied to center field. Getting under that will be Beltran. That'll be the first out of the inning. Unfortunately for the Cubs, it's not deep enough, and the ball comes in quickly to where Ramirez has to stay put. Next batter is Corey Patterson. Patterson is 0 for 2. He struck out twice against Clemens. Clemens waits for the sign from Osmus in the pitch. 45 is a 14. That's going to be a walk. Patterson will trot to second on ball 4 on a ball just out of the, on a ball in the dirt. So, all right, Patterson is the 7 hitter. Infield will move to double play depth, runners at first and second with 1 out, as now Martinez is the batter. Martinez is 0 for 2. Clemens waits for the sign from Osmus, and here's the pitch. 23 is a 29. That's going to be grounded. That's going to be grounded right back to Clemens. He'll turn around, fire it over to Everett at short. Everett will flip it over to Bagwell at first, and that will be a 1-6-3 rally-killing double play. As Clemens will get the pitcher's best friend, and they'll get out, and the Astros will get out of the inning with nothing across except the double and the walk. Score after 8 remains 5-0 Houston, and Clemens is working on an absolute gem today. So we'll be ready for the top of the 9th as the bottom of Houston's orders due up next. Top of the 9th coming up. The Cubs are going to leave Remlinger in, but they are going to get some activity in the bullpen. Right. Do they have another lefty in the bullpen? They are going to get Glendon Rush warming up in the bullpen just in case they start running into some trouble. Osmus is 0 for 3. Remlinger will step into will finish his warm-up tosses looking at Barrett for the sign, and here's the pitch. 63 is a 31. That's going to get popped up to center field. Getting under that will be Patterson. He'll make the first out of the inning. The batter now will be Clemens. Clemens is 1 for 3. He had a 2-run homer all the way back in the second. Remlinger will wait for the sign and the pitch. 45 is going to be a 14. Remlinger is going to walk Clemens. That'll be ball 4. As Clemens will reach on a 1-out walk. The batter now will be Biggio. Biggio is 0 for 4 today. Infield will play at double play depth. Runner at first. And here comes the pitch from Remlinger. A 16 is a 28. That'll be grounded over to short. Clemens apparently too fast for the play, but it'll get moved over to Lee at first. And that will be 2 out in the inning. So that's going to be a sacrifice. A sacrifice, it looks like. Unintended, I'm sure. But Clemens will get to second on the ground ball from Biggio. Now we've got a runner on second, and the batter is Everett, who's 1 for 4 with a single. Remlinger waits for the sign from Barrett, and here's the pitch. 52 is a 27. That's going to be out at first. So that'll be grounded over to Ramirez. He'll move it over to Lee at first. And that will be the 3rd out of the inning. So 5-3. The Astros aren't able to do anything with the walk to Clemens. And it's still 5-0 Houston. But will we see some 9th inning magic? We'd have to see a lot of 9th inning magic for this one. Clemens is pitching a 2-hitter. They're going to let him go the distance, even though he's going to tire after the pinch hitter coming in for Remlinger. Let's see who they're going to bring in against Clemens. They're going to bring in Todd Hollandsworth. 8 homers and 22 RBI back in 2004. Just in case the... Okay, I've got Mike Gallo still warming up. Clemens looks in at Ausmus for the sign, and here's the pitch. Change your charts. A 12 is a 25. That should be helpful. Yep, that'll be grounded to second. Getting to that will be Vizcaino. He'll move it over to Bagwell at first, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So that's 4-3. One away, as Walker now will step into the batter's box once I finish getting these cards in order. Walker is 0 for 3. Clemens is tired, but we're going to let him continue to pitch. So I'll go ahead and mark him with a pink cube just to remind me that he's tired. So here's the sign. So Clemens gets the sign from Ausmus, and here's the pitch. 54 is a 32. That's going to get skied to right field. Waiting for that will be Berkman. He'll pull it in for the second out of the inning. Last chance for the Cubs tonight is Mike Barrett. Mike Barrett, though, is 0 for 3. Clemens hoping to go the distance with a gem tonight. He gets the sign from Ausmus, and here's the pitch. 35 is a 36. That's going to be a ball. Clemens is not a W pitcher, so we're going to pitch again. So 1 ball on Barrett. 13 is a 14. Now that will be a walk. So Barrett will reach with a 2-out walk. And the batter will be Sosa. He was the 2-hitter. Sosa's 0 for 3. He struck out twice. Manager is going to go out and talk to Clemens. Clemens is going to tell him, hey manager, I can go the distance. Let's get this game done and over with. I can get Sosa. Clemens looks in at Ausmus for the sign, and here's the pitch. 41 is a 24. And that's going to be grounded to short. Getting to that will be Everett. He'll pump once. Actually, change your charts. Runner on first. 41 is a 24. Okay, never mind. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Getting over to that will be Everett. He'll pump once. Pump twice. Throw to first. And he'll get Sosa. That's your game. Astros, behind a 2-hit gem from Roger Clemens, will take this one from the Cubs, 5-0. Final line score incoming, along with me compiling stats. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits, no runs, no earned. One walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 strikeouts. Let's finish up the 7 hits, and they had 1 error. Actually, the Cubs had 3 hits. So for the Astros, 5 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. The Cubs, no runs, 3 hits, and no errors. That was an absolute gem by Roger Clemens. So the Astros take this one 5-0. But we're not done yet. How did your team fare in this? How did your team fare on June 30th, 2004? Let's ask the ticker and find out. The Astros get a gem from Roger Clemens, a 3-hitter, and win 5-0. Clemens will, of course, pick up the win in a complete game performance. Clement will eat the loss. But how did the rest of the majors fare? Let's find out as we run the ticker tape. Once again, we're using Fast Score Baseball for this one. Padres and the Diamondbacks on June 30th. Once again, pink for the away team. I'm going to make a note up here. Pink for the away team, yellow for the home. Padres, 1052 is 6. Diamondbacks, 212 is a goose egg. That will be a win for the Padres. Marlins and the Braves. Marlins, 666 is 9. Braves, 716 is 2. That will be a win for the Fishies. Mets and the Reds. Can the Mets get a happy recap? Probably with a roll like that. Mets, 1243 is 5. Reds, 616 is 2. And the Mets will get a happy recap tonight. Brewers and the Rockies. Brewers, 661 is 6. Rockies, 641 is 4. That will be a win for the Brew Crew. Giants and the Dodgers. We've got a lot of road teams winning tonight. And that's probably going to continue here. That was a 2. Giants, 1752 is 8. Dodgers, 916 is 2. That will be a win for the Giants. Expos and the Phillies. Expos, 1064 is 9. Phillies, 913 is 1. That's a win for the Expos. Cardinals and the Pirates. Cardinals, 1132 is 4. Pirates, 755 is 6. And we have our first home team winning tonight as the Pirates hang the Jolly Roger. Indians and the Tigers. Indians, 1361 is 8. Tigers, 1746 is 7. The Tribe will take that one. Orioles and the Royals. Orioles, 1761 is 9. Royals, 955 is 6. That will be a win for the Birdies. White Sox and the Twins. White Sox, 852 is 6. Twins, 724 is 3. That will be a win for the White Sox. Red Sox and the Yankees, always good for fireworks. Red Sox, 1462 is 9. Yankees, 1515 is 3. That will be a win for the Red Sox. Angels and the Athletics. Angels, 1133 is 4. Athletics, 855 is 6. That will be a win for the Athletics. Rangers and the Mariners. Rangers, 2013 is 3. Mariners, 623 is 2. That will be a win for the Rangers. Last up tonight, Blue Jays and the Rays. Blue Jays, 846 is 5. Rays, 961 is 7. That will be a win for the Devil Rays. And that will do it for this playthrough of APBA Baseball. Busy week on the channel coming up. Tomorrow night, we're going to continue baseball testing as we jump forward in time to 2007 with a game of inside pitch baseball. Wednesday, we're playing Dune Imperium. And then Saturday, we're making dessert out of the official Halo cookbook on Mystical Munchies as we make chocolate cream pie. Next week, on Sunday, we'll be playing the Plum Island Horror from GMT Games. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.